Welcome to a zerok large team game with, on the west side, we've got cloakbots, tanks, hovers, a hover plate, spiders as well, more rovers, no factory yet, nothing yet, hovers and cloakbots. Okay, on the other side we've got team east with tanks, rovers, jump bots, rovers, hovers, more hovers, airplanes, and cloakbots for now. Right, so we will have some air on this side. This is Comet Crasher Deluxe, I believe, the map. It's quite a big map, but of course we also have like 16 or so players. So, of course, that's not a big deal. There are quite a few maxes on this map, and each one of them is like 2.3 metal each, and there are no, like, different maxes, no super maxes. And hey, there we go. Silent with airplanes. Okay. So, just going to be scouting with some little swifts and all that. Okay. Please, also just going to be trying to scout. And, well, for now, like, Team West is ever so slightly ahead in eco. Not a significant amount yet, but, well, I mean, 10 eco is 10%, so I guess that's significant. But, well, that will probably swing back and forth a little bit over the coming bit. But, for now, at least, Team West is indeed expanding a little better. Anyways, and oh, watch out. I mean, the commander, it's a heavy combat commander and all that, so it will survive. And you know what, you did drive back that ogre a little bit, so you did some damage. You killed one bolus. So it's not that bad. And 1 HP pyro. Lucky, but also like, good job in saving that. Anyways, a little bit of raiding going on here with the Scorchers. And, well, you probably already noticed, but we've got our effects back, because this is the newest update, the like 1700 update. Anyways, Bolus going down, Scorcher 2, and with the 2 commanders they should be able to clean up those little Scorchers. Flea just scouting, though I don't know how much it's actually scouting. Like, it doesn't see anything. Because it's inside of the crater? Not the most effective flea, honestly. And on this side now, a couple of daggers actually going to be scouting and killing some maxes. Really nice, because that way, of course, you do catch up in economy. Maxes were not joined up to the grid, so it's not as if they were very important maxes. Just a total of like 5 metal. And in the middle, just flamies, and ooh, watch out, because Minotaurs, yeah, they don't really like to be frozen in place by those placeholders. Can be really scary, because if there are a couple of moderators and such, it could quite easily go down. With enough HP though, so of course it will take a long time before it actually goes down. But it's an expensive unit, so yeah. You don't really want that to go down. Anyways, Raptor, the superiority fighter, did not actually be superior. And these daggers, they keep being annoying. Now do face off against the commander, need to run away, but like no defenses anywhere at the back of the base, nothing around maxes. So that is really scary. Couple of glaives should be able to clean them up, as long as they're spread out decently. But just taking this energy offline, though of course not that important, is still really nice for Team East. And daggers of course being vehicles and like scouts these days. They are of course faster than the raiders, which are like trying to catch them. But Bolus with its slow beam just needs 1 shot in order to kill 2 little daggers, or at least like slow them down in 1 shot. After that it can just easily kill them. And there are actually a couple of loaders coming up, so those daggers are being cleaned up. Alright. In the middle, a little bit of a minefield by both teams. And we're pushing in with a couple of hovers. I mean, this really isn't the most scary, but getting an emissary down would be really nice. Lance on both sides, so both of the mates have a bit of an issue. And yeah, I mean, darts are weak. They're like scouts. Those get countered really well by riots, and that hurt because your lance just went down to the enemy lance. That's the thing, they deal 3000 damage in like a burst, and they only have 8. Lance got nerfed. It was 1000. 1000 metal. Apparently it's 1100 now. Not going to be too big a deal, but it's still a quite significant nerf. And nice shot by the Lico there on those daggers. Because, well, yeah, if all of those daggers somehow got into the enemy lines, it could have been devastating. Not sure how many went down, but it was probably like 15 or so. Now, up north, Lico will also try bombing. Bombs one little Minotaur. No, Ogre. Which is a pretty decent target, but not amazing. Also, on this side, you really should be getting your maxes back up if they went down. Otherwise, just get them up in general. And over here, glaives not spread out very well, but with these numbers, they should be able to clean up those daggers. And possibly even the blitz, but the blitz and daggers will run away. Right. Firewalker throws down some napalm, will clean up a little bit of the minefield as well. Which is quite nice. And, well, Halbert's trying to do the same thing, cleaning up the minefield, maybe trying to infiltrate. And by being armored up and all that, they take hardly any damage from these little claws. Eco, right now, very even, but way more overdrive for Team East. Already at like 50% more energy. Partially because of like these wind generators, which are currently doing 1.4 each. Which is quite a decent amount. And no real like singularities or something coming up yet. On either side. I mean, fusion in the corner, sure, but like... I mean, it's just a fusion. We've already got a fusion on this side, so... not a big deal. Anyways, a couple of glaives trying to move in, trying to go back. Nope, they really should be going forwards and take down that emissary. Lance trying to kill all of them, but nope, emissary still goes down. Other emissary will stay up, and... well, glaives are cleaned up, mostly. Bombing run with the Lico, and did not actually get stunned in place by the placeholder, but did by Mr. Mad Waffle's commander. With the like scorpion stun thingy manual weapon. Right, this side, assaults, and a couple of darts being like thrown at by the daggers, not a big deal, and should be cleaned up by those glaives. Over here, couple of blitzes and all that. I mean, yeah, not a big deal. They shouldn't really be able to infiltrate on this side. Not anytime soon, at least. What's up with the Lico? What did it kill? Just killed a couple of bowlers. I mean, that's great and all. But still. I missed it. Anyways. Honestly, it's been a while since I like watched and or cast a large team game, so trying to get back into it. And hey, glaives over here now pushing in, and Ogre should be able to do a lot of damage. Good AoE, so cleans up pretty much all of the glaives. And now, what are these Ogres and Minotaurs able to do? They're able to retreat, that's for sure. And with these blitz coming in, they could actually be stunned without too many difficulties by Team East. Glaives to deal DPS, okay, that's nice, and Commander to also stun. However, Commander under fire by enemy lance over here. Mad Waffle, Commander still at like 3700 HP, so not in too many difficulties, but still quite dangerous. And now back, because yeah, you don't have that much left. I mean, you do still have like multiple Minotaurs and all that. But going further forwards could get you trapped. What's up with the singularity? This is paused. Okay, goodbye, if it's paused. Anyways, middle of the map. Big minefield for Team West. Pretty decent minefield for Team East as well. And puppies. Puppies are not exactly a good idea then. You should have known about that minefield though. Trying to go around would make sense. And mine. How did you know there was an imp over there? Oh wait, you probably just scouted it and saw it burrow. Never mind. I was like, mine? It's not yours, but like mine as in like explosion. Right. Anyways, same thing over here. Little imps. Shh. Going to stun those puppies. Puppies aren't doing anything and the bowlers clean it up. Up north, still a little surprised that the Widow has not been scouted yet. Because as a while ago I believe it was in an even more exposed position. Anyways. Attrition 32,000 versus 24,000, so like 134%. Okay, that's really nice for Team West. And they're also like even, I'd say, because now it's Team East. And a while ago it was like Team West with the advantage. So probably pretty even on eco. I could check, not gonna. And over here, Lance just shooting a bunch. And those razors, what are they actually shooting at? I guess the drone from Scusi? How many lands do you have? 3? 4? That's a bit much because I'm also selecting the ones on that side. My bad. 5 lands over here. Okay, that's quite a lot. That's 15,000 alpha damage. Or like burst damage. And all lances are here. That is true. However, you can't really easily bomb them with the Aspers being over here as well. What are you signaling? Cyclops! There is indeed a Cyclops over there. Is this number of Ravagers able to stop that? I think so, right? Though, with all of that support and glaives and all that, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But those should be cleaned up by the Rippers, so... difficult to call it here. Both sides, of course, have counters to other units, so it's probably going to come down to, like, unit control, mostly. And, well, Team West right now seemingly taking a better fight. I mean, Team East is not engaging with all of their units. However, oh, there come all of those glaives being shot at by the Rippers. And all of the glaives are now gone. Which means that maybe a little bit of a pincer with like Ogre and Minotaurs and Ravagers. Not sure what kind of commander this is. It does have a manual weapon. And it has a like stun gun itself. And well, all of these Ravagers has been stunned, so the Cyclops will be able to get out alive. 7 what? 7, I don't know. These are 2 Lance, I know that's the enemy, but still. Anyways. Over here, Lance shooting at each other. Most of the Lance now for Team West over here. I'm not sure what exploded over here. Probably just a Leaker bombing Lance. But most of the Lance just moved upwards, so don't know what was over here exactly. And the reclaim doesn't really want to show me. Ah, snitches. I see snitches. Anyways, a little bit of a raid. Probably with Minotaurs, but hey, the glaives are there to clean it up, so it's not going to be a very big deal in this case. Singularity halfway done, and Trinity like quarter of the way done, almost. Okay, on this side 1 Singularity done, the other one is just starting. So current eco is quite a bit better for Team West, mostly due to overdrive, I'd say. The reclaim is also better for them though, so yeah. Just in general they've got better eco. Anyways, well, Lance were nerfed, but Lancers, yes. 7 of them in a big bowl. Dante Sport. So it's not as if just a couple of glaives are easily going to clean those lawns up. Next, in the middle, well, Puppy's moving in, but flamed by a Firewalker, and Puppies don't have enough HP to survive that. All of them go down. Don't think they took that many things out, but maybe a couple of high value targets. Not completely sure about that. Anyways, Maxes over there really should be constructed by Team East. I mean, this one hasn't been constructed for a while, this one hasn't either. And like, what is your... Yeah. Your overdrive isn't looking amazing either. I mean, like, you should be joining up all of your grids. Like, these grids should be like, mixed up. These two should be mixed. Linked up. And this even looks like a separate grid as well. I mean, and it's not going to matter yet, not that much, but in a couple of seconds when this singularity is up, all of a sudden this grid will be way better overdriven than the rest of them. And if your, like, wind generators start doing a lot more, it will as well. In which case you really want to have it, like, optimal by gridding it all up. Right. Minefield in the middle, still very, very scary. And up north, well, a little bit of a hover plus tank push with, I guess, Cloakbot support, but like those are quite far away still. Couple of lands trying to hit, but just barely being out of range of most of the enemy units. And, well, now Lance Scorpion coming in as well. But what happens if Team West moves north? Because there aren't that many defenses there. They would lose most, if not all of their units. I get that, because they would be trapped by the little moat. On the other hand, they also, like, would be able to take down quite a couple of high value targets. Leak over here, doing its best, but might get shot down. It's in the process of being shot down, but the glaives are not actually succeeding at that. And the knights won't be able to stun it either. Right. Cyclops and quite a couple of knights. There is still 6,000 value over there. Now, there is the stun with the scorpions. Cyclops going down, and hey, there, Merlin, you're going to do mostly friendly fire damage, it seems. Mostly doing a whole lot of nothing. Right. And Team West didn't really like that. They really didn't. Now, over there, small little glaive raid, I believe it was. But didn't seem like it did a lot. However, the Lance did take down another commander. Get out with your Lance though, because they don't have support and Scorchers catch up really quickly. And, well, you don't even need the Scorchers, there is a Ripper very close by. But 1v1ing a Dante is not a good idea with the Ripper. Did make value without issue though. Taking down like 3 Lance, I believe. So, good number of Ravagers, like a whole bunch of them. 57 Ravagers on the field right now. That's quite a lot. Could probably like start raiding with those. Since up north, yeah, there are a couple of glaives in support and like 1 Cyclops by now. And, oh, that hurts. Lance, don't be hitting your own units now. It took down like quite a decent portion of the like Scorpion HP. Ow, that hurts. I mean, not as if the Scorpion would be surviving anyways, but still, it hurt bad. It was like, well, partially due to friendly fire. Anyways, Team West, energy eco still way better, and overdrive actually quite similar. Even though they've got their grid linked up like pretty much perfectly. Yeah, and on this side, it's linked up a little bit, but like, still not that much. Most of it is in single grid, but like there are 2 small grids at least, and even this one's like 3 grids. Not great. I mean, it's like 50% overdriven, whereas others are, come on, 106. So yeah, efficiency could go up quite a lot if you just link the grids. Anyways, up north, well, blitzes are able to take some shots at the Lance, but blitz v blitz and both blitz sides are being stunned somewhat. But East team does just have so many more blitzes that, well, they are able to keep their Lance alive. A lot of welders up front as well, because 4,000 reclaim, you really want your welders there. But now not actually going to be reclaiming, going to start out by healing. You can argue that healing is like a more efficient reclaim, since it doesn't give or cost any metal. But in case you would have like needed to rebuild a unit completely, it would of course cost metal. So, difficult to say if it's actually worth it. Anyways, you had the time and it's probably a good idea. I will say that. It's like way cheaper. And you're not being pushed away anyway, so it's not as if you really needed to get the reclaim right that second. Anyways, Desolator up north is now up, but I don't think it was linked to the grid yet. It is indeed not. And they themselves don't really get it. Now, another Scorpion coming in is pretty good against shields. Bonus damage with the like stun weapons. And the glaives, well, glaives kind of get cleaned up by those blitz quite easily. Those insta-hit weapons, and with good numbers, yeah, that's not exactly where you want your glaives to be. And go there with the Scorpion. What Scorpion? Well, not this one, but that one. Nope, it's scared, it's going back. Yes, Scorp move in, I get that. Because there isn't that much, like, scary over here. This is all artillery. These are badgers, racketeers, impalers. There is one Cyclops. And the rest of it is shield, anti-air, and artillery. Your Scorpion really could do some good damage over here. Sure, now there are a couple of glaives in there. But, glaives aren't that good. Like, against the Scorpion. Like, they are. But you need a lot of them. They are now spread out, so it would be, like, probably enough to take down, or at least heavily damage the Scorpion there. But, I mean, yeah. Scorpion would have probably been able to make some really good value over there. And a good point over there, well, yes, 77 Ravagers already. Not all of them over there, though. Some of them are down here. And, well, more cloaked snitches. Okay. What are they able to do? There is a minefield, so they would get uncloaked quite easily. And, yeah. Moving now north with them now. Watch out for the fire, because that way, of course, also, like, your snitches go down. Because, like, only 60 HP. Yeah, like, 2 mines? No. A singular mine is able to take down multiple snitches. That's how little HP those things have. Right. Well, up north, good minefield 14 west, down south, good minefield 14 east. And yeah. There is like one shield ball with a lot of lance and artillery and all that for Team East over there. Same thing, kinda, for Team West in the middle. And other than that, yeah, there is one big ball of Ravagers here. And not a lot else actually on the field right now. Like a couple of glaives moving in over here, sure. But those should be cleaned up by the enemy Reaver or even just the welders in these numbers. And here come the Ravagers. Are the assaults able to push in and just kill the enemy? I mean, there are a lot of them. Like more than 50 Ravagers, no snitches close. Even though this would now be ideal. You say 100, there are 70 on the field in total. Let alone here. Anyways, yeah, a lot of Ravagers. I get that it's not 100, but it feels like it. And here they come. Well, Dante, you've got good HP, you deal a lot of damage. But there are a lot of Ravagers. A lot of boom and ooh. Seems like either a Shockley or Imp. But if it was imp, that was an insanely large imp. Anyways, all of those lawns are now dead. Most of the Ravagers have gone down. Not all of them. And a couple of glaives still here. Imp indeed, so it probably was imp a second ago, not Shockley. That's a lot of reclaim. Doesn't show how much exactly, but let's take one of these and 9,000. 11,000. Ouch. You would really like that. I mean, getting all of that reclaim would be amazing, but you are being pushed now by a couple of slings, couple of glaives, and the Ravagers still aren't all gone. Yes, they are heavily damaged. They are probably not going to do all that much anymore. But still, with glaive support, I mean, they still soak a little bit of damage being assaults and all that, even though they're stunned. And, well, another good stun with a little imp. Cloakpath player over here is doing a very good job at, like, just stunning the enemy push. But factory is now gone. Shieldpath factory is going to go down as well. But the push has been mostly stopped. In the meantime, no push on the north side. And in the middle, a little bit of a, like, dagger push. But, like, they're not even able to take down a single Merlin. Like, okay. They didn't really do all that much. Now, yeah, a lot of reclaim. There really is. And imp for Team East now. Okay, sure. Try that. They have all this metal now. Yes, they do. That means you've gotta keep the position, or at least like pressure the position that they don't like get it all for free without issue. How you're going to do that, I don't really know, honestly. And like at least 1,000. There are 20 storages on the entire map. Some of those are on Team West's side, like at least 4 of them I already see, and like more of them down here. So no, it's not a big deal. You've got a couple of storages, not actually that many. Only 6 over here, then another 2 there at least. Okay, sure, you have a decent amount of storage, don't get me wrong, but it's not as if it's like a real storage spammer. These are rookie numbers. Anyways, up here, well, glaives are going into a riot strider. Assault riot. In case people didn't know, riots are the counter to raiders generally. So that's not a very good idea generally. Anyways, over here. Well, that's 4 Cyclops and 1 dead Scorpion, at the very least. Juggernaut able to do at least something, and well, couple of lands are still alive over here. Which, once again, pretty sure those hit the Juggernaut as well. And Thunderbird, it will not survive, but it did stun a whole lot. At least 3 lands were stunned, shields went down, which means that this push, or like that side, is a little scared. Now, anti-nuke range was not turned on. Anyways, here it is. 1 singular active anti-nuke. This nuke should go around, but like, what do you hit over here? Let's be honest. Okay, let's count up how much value there is currently here. That is like less than 10,000. More than 5,000 survived. It was probably worth it? Low your nuke little. Yeah, that's what I mean. There wasn't actually that much there. On the other hand, like, what were you able to nuke? Like, this is all defended. So you would need at least a double nuke to do anything here. And trying to go for this corner, I think it just about clips this little anti-range. Or like anti-nuke range. So it would even get shot out of the air. So it's the only thing you could nuke. But that doesn't mean it was a good thing to nuke. Anyways, puppies. Well, those would very quickly get rid of all of the reclaim, but oh, they're stuck. Yeah, not great. Anyways, nuke did the like first little bit, because now Dante, good number of glaives, Merlin even, moving forwards, and once again, oh, enemy glaive, trying to defend and take down the Dante. It's a riot strider. And it had a lot of glaive support as well. Everything here has now been uncovered, okay, so that's fine. Dante, what are you able to do? Take down factory, probably... Lico, sand, pallet, help, paladin, not here yet, not anytime soon, I don't think so. Anyways, factory is not going to survive, those conjurers are not going to survive. Lico doing like 2,000, 3,000, what is it? I don't remember. A lot of damage, but not onto the Dante, going to try and hit all of those glaives. Good number of them still survive, and well, there goes one stinger. Couple of glaives still alive. Reinforcements from Team West are coming in, of course. But now, triple blitz, 4 blitz. Should be able to take down at least a couple of caretakers. And maybe the fusion, but let's be honest, a fusion at this stage of the game, like 1.2k energy, 35 isn't the most important. Taking down like at least some production, that's quite good. Just because it means that the reinforcements all have to come from the south, which takes longer. And over here, well, it seems like the Dante did go down over there. Because, yeah, that's a lot of Cyclops. Cyclops with like 1600 HP. 2,500 Merlins do good damage. And why did everything just light up? I don't know, not a lot went down it seems. Anyways, most of the Cyclops are still alive, but still heavily damaged. Are good enough against singular glaives to at least like hold them off for now. And will now be repaired. Okay, that's really important. Over here somehow there are still 2 Blitz alive. Okay, sure thing. And why did you decide to delete them? That doesn't take away any amount of reclaim now, does it? Well, they're classed as like 60 reclaim only? Wait, does like deleting your unit give it less reclaim? I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you. Anyways, second nuke coming in. Where to? Where is anti-nuke? There is the anti-nuke. You're saying there. It would have to be just on the corner in order to not get hit by the anti-nuke. Anti, are you opening up? You seem to be, and no, probably not. Anyways, sure, another nuke. This one did even less than the first one, I think. I'm not sure because I didn't actually pay attention to like how much value was over there. It just felt like it did nothing at all. I mean, these units were kind of close, so you scared them off. But that's about it. Down south, little surprise we see so little action. I mean, a couple of imps might be able to stun this, then run in with your glaives, or just run past with your glaives, because let's be honest, what's over here? Just a couple of little raiders. You would be able to run past those quite easily. In order to go for like a lot of value, 12,000 in just lance. Or like pretty much just lance, right? Yeah, just lance. 12,000. Ouch. If that goes down, that's going to hurt. Anyways, up north, well, a little bit of a dagger force going in. As in, like, 3 daggers. But hey, a very good riot is here. In Ogre, heavy riot even, wow. Yeah. Those daggers are probably not going to do any damage. Anyways, couple puppies still stuck. And are not actually going to jump. Yes, one of them jumps, 2 of them jump, so they did actually do something still. I mean, puppies are like 45 cost. Dagger is, come on, Dagger is 80. So hey, that's not a bad trade. And new paladin. Indeed, there is a paladin over here. I don't think you took down a paladin last time, right? With your nuke. I don't think so. And next paladin is already like 15% done. Okay. And hey, there come a couple of units, couple of halberds, and 1 or 2 daggers were there. Gimme, well, how many lance are over here now? 10, so one of them went down, maybe. Maybe 2. Right. A lot of shields. Especially for Team West over here. With a slightly exposed Paladin. I mean, there is a lot of support like close by, but not actually at the Paladin. And Double Scorpion probably shouldn't go forwards. Indeed, okay. And now Cyclops have caught up to the Paladin, okay. And silo kill. You wanna kill the silo, I get that. And possibly could go down. Not yet though. I mean, it's being healed up by like quite a good number of Masons. And even a commander. However, you have no opportunity to like actually defend against these artillery units. You had nothing close. So it took a while, but it did indeed go down. Right, down south, good push with some glaives and double Dante. I don't know why the Dantes are going back right now. I mean, to defend against these, you would be too slow. And you would be able to launch a nasty push here. No defenses here in terms of like actual strong units. Just a couple of glaives. You're counter glaives. I don't fully understand why going back now. They were on like good HP as well. Anyways, Cyclops, glaives, Paladin, all that good stuff over here should be going down at least somewhat. But yeah, I mean, glaives in these numbers should be doing quite decently against the Cyclops. Just because, well, Cyclops can't hit all of you. But Cyclops with good AoE, so yeah. I mean, they do quite decently. Not great, but decently against glaives. And of course, a dead Dante by now. But a Dante was able to help out, like, saving at least a couple of these little Cyclops. And help with missile solo. Sure, why? Anyways, hey, there come the Dantes, finally moving forwards again. With most of their HP left still, with like 80%, sure thing. And it is very open, indeed it is. Open enough that you can actually like go forwards. Is there a nuke in here? I can't see. There is a nuke in there. Why doesn't it show me the stockpile? I don't know. Anyways, these Dantes could be nuked. Not sure if that's a great target to nuke. But how else are you going to deal with them? They've got a lot of HP. You just have a couple of raiders close by. And okay, glaives going down. Sure, but now those daggers, like, yes, they have alpha damage and all that. 1200 alpha damage or so. Not that much. And now, Chapel's commander going down to the Dantes. Okay. Airplane plate going down as well. Soon use it or lose it. Indeed. And you kinda need to nuke this. Though by now you do have units close by and nuked. What has been nuked? That? It's not a bad target, don't get me wrong. It is, however, in anti-nuke range. And, well, that's artillery. Not all of it is artillery, but most of it is artillery close range to those, well, strong striders. Which, well, there is a singularity over there. Are you able to hit it? No. At least you're not able to, you're not trying to hit it. Or shoot it, or kill it, or anything. Anyways, over here, good raid with Ravagers coming in. But double Lico, that should be doing a good job. Quite a couple of units as well. Just like glaives and knights and all that. So will be cleaned up without too many difficulties. And a lot of your forces are now in the back. Generally not what you want. Like having artillery in the back makes some sense, but not this far back. Because this means that your front was completely exposed and Team East gives up. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. The army drop was significant, and Team East was never able to recover. Team West did.